Remember that for you to shine completely like a star, for you to shine completely like a star, the day you were born, your star was released. But a released star doesn't mean it's a shining star. A star can still be dark because the shape is still there, but it's not shining. Are we there? The star can still be dark, but it's not shining. And yes, God's responsibility is to create you with your star. But it is your responsibility to activate the star, to do your part for the star to completely shine. It is your job to do that. And as we said, your star has 5 arrows. And you need to execute, you need to excellently, consciously, intentionally make sure that you live your life. You have a pattern of life that activates all the 5 arrows. If you are good in 4 and 1 is dark, your star is not completely shining. So on day 1, we saw spirituality. We saw the arrow of spirituality. Day 2, we saw the arrow of vision. Day 3, we saw work, service, and we saw the 4th arrow, giving and sacrifice. Now we're looking at the 5th arrow, which is attitude, your star and your attitude. If your spirituality is weak and you're good at vision, work, service, giving, sacrifice, and attitude, your star is not completely shining. If you are good at spirituality, like there are many Christians, they are so good at spiritual things, but they have no vision for the marketplace. They are not working. So they are shining on one side, shining on another side, but dark in maybe work and dark in attitude. So this is that kind of thing that you cannot choose one and be good at and bad at the others. No, you have to be excellent at all the 5 arrows from today. This should be part of your DNA. It should be part of your thinking. It should be part of your daily meditation. Am I conscious of my 5 arrows? Am I excellently practicing my 5 arrows? If one is dark, it's no longer a star. It is halfway. It's not a full-blown star. It's not a complete shining star. So I challenge you today, as we have learned all of these things from the HillTopians Daily Devotional by Reverend Tunde Steve from HillTop Faith Ministries International, right? Good. Let's break down into attitude. The key verse is Colossians chapter 4, verse 12 to 16. Colossians chapter 4, 12 to 16, and Philippians chapter 2, 4 to 5. The 5th and very important arrow that completes the star to project you to full capacity is attitude. I love that statement. The 5th and very important arrow that completes the star. Complete the star. So remember, if you are dark in one of the arrows, you don't have a complete star. You cannot shine. You cannot be projected to full capacity as an incomplete star. So I expect everybody in PPA to be a full, complete star, to be a full-blown star. Don't be weak in another. We are a complete community. And show me somebody who is complete. I will show you somebody who will rise and nothing on earth can, no system can stop you. Even if you're in the worst country where there's bad leadership. That leadership cannot stop you because there's a higher force. You are called to be the sweetener of the society by your attitude. You are called to be the sweetener of the society by your attitude. Your attitude should have a healing effect on people. Yeah. There's a way somebody just connect with you, meet you, just your attitude, just how you You smile, how you're understanding, how you're respectful, how you speak, how you listen with respect. All of these things can heal somebody, can just liberate somebody. There are some of you that people just like to be around you just because of how confident you talk, how positive you sound, how encouraging you are, how you smile, how you comfort. You just have this beautiful attitude and atmosphere that just gives hope and liberation. That's a lot of power that you command. Your impact should be able to purify your environment. Look at that. Your impact should be able to purify your environment, and your environment will naturally give into you. Yeah. What does that mean? Your environment can be the people. There are people that just sit and they can just bless you because of how you make them feel. You don't really give them anything. You have never given them £1,000,000. You have never bought them a car. You have never given them anything of substance. But they decided they can give you back substance because you make their environment better. Like PPA is an environment that we have created for ourselves. Just the kind of sessions that we have is our environment. Just the kind of discussion we have in our WhatsApp group is our own environment. Right? And we have purified our environment to be that of positivity, that of growth, that of success, that of knowledge, that of superior knowledge, superior action, superior results. That is our own kind of environment that we have. And PPA gives back to you. It gives back to you through people. It gives back to you through the teachings. It gives back to you through gifts. I mean, some of you have given me special gifts just because you're members of PPA and you feel blessed by the environment. That's the environment given back to me. So you have been helped, you have received help from people within PPA. That's the environment given back to you. When you have the right attitude around people, around your community, around your immediate small community or big community, it will someday give back to you. Right? People have asked me, how come every nation I enter, I easily create a community there? That's they're asking him, Pastor Tunde Steve. My secret is humility. That's him saying, I have never introduced myself anywhere as Pastor Steve. It is always Steve. That is it. There are some people that for them to get attention and say, oh, I am Reverend Dr. Apostle Prophet this, right? Two together, but some people, there's no need of saying, oh, going to say, oh, I am Dr. Javnyuy Joybert, I am an international speaker and all of that, right? There's no need of doing that. Just your attitude, just how you treat people will bring people closer to you. Just be Joybert, just be Sama, just be Sidonie, just be Melvis, just be Aristide, just be Celestine, just be Marceline, just be Germain, just be Goodwill, just be there. But just command some level of excellent attitude, excellent humility, excellent value. There are sometimes I get to a place and that struggle with something, I just come and teach for free. And when I teach you where I live, the way you teach, who are you? There's some people go and look at it and the name at the internet. Like somebody did last time. Which country was that? I just passed, I saw them discuss a sentence. I just stepped in to just I said, hey, can I interrupt? And they said yes, it's okay. Right? And I interrupted and I taught them a few things. And then I said, what's your name? Oh, my name is Javnyuy Joybert. And I wrote it down, that's my name. Then some of them, who is this guy? The way you talk, it's not normal. Then the person nyati and went and go search the name. Then came and said, my goodness, do you know who that guy is? Right? Because when you do, you give people in a way they don't understand and they don't know who you are. Right? It's the same. Sometimes I go to an event like there's no need of just saying, oh, hey, hello, everybody, my name is this, I am just that, and all of that. Sometimes I don't do that. I just teach and I use the lessons and experiences in my teachings. The people are seeing the real person. That's why many times people get misunderstand me when I'm introduced to speak. They look at the size, except somebody reads the biography. I always prefer to be a mystery. Just called, let's welcome Javnyuy Joybert on stage. It's normal. It gives me more secrets to release on stage too. So the don't bother is do not take some point. I'll take 10 minutes of the presentation and attend the things I've done. You know, I am this, I am this, I am this, I have done this, I have done this, I have done that, I have done that, right? And then automatically you can scare people away from you because they'll start seeing you up there and then you down there. And seeing themselves down there. And then there's an unnecessary separation, which is not necessary. Okay, good. And I put myself in the position to learn something from everyone without trying to show I know. Very powerful habit, very powerful attitude. The devil may not be able to stop you from going to church, but he may provoke you to lose your moment of visitation with the wrong attitude in the wrong moment that will cost you your stardom. Yeah. You can go to church every year for 10 years, but you are not seeing breakthrough. Just your bad character in the community, just your bad character in your office, just your bad character on the road. You have lost a special visitation that must have that would have changed the rest of your life and project your stardom. Your attitude is the library of your past, the speaker of your present, and the prophet of your future. Did you hear that? Your attitude is the library of your past, the speaker of your present, and the prophet of your future. There are some people that just the way they behave, I say this one will go far. But there's some that the way they behave, if you continue like this, 10 years, nobody will know your name. 10 years, you will remain under around your family and village. Be careful about your attitude. Your attitude is a prophecy. How you behave towards around people is a prophecy. It's a prophecy. It is the most powerful driving force to where you will ever end in life. It is the most powerful driving force to where you will end in life. Like I always say, like you buy a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a car, a Rolls-Royce that costs 300 million francs CFA or $600 million, or whatever, how much it costs. No matter how much that car is worth, no matter how expensive the car is, if the left tire in front or the right tire behind or the left tire behind, if just one of that tires punctured, that car will stand there. But is it a multi-million-dollar car? Oh, yes, it is. But can it move? Oh, no, it cannot move. Why? Because a small, black, tiny wheel is not functional. That's how attitude it is to you. You already have a star. All of the 4 stars, all of these 4 stars are shining, but the attitude arrow is dark. You are a celebrity star, influential person, a thought leader, a massive entrepreneur, but you are nowhere to be found because your attitude is holding you back. Your attitude is holding you back. You are like a Rolls-Royce car, you're like a Lamborghini car, the most expensive car in the world, one of the most expensive cars in the world. But a small black tire like that will keep you standing for hours, for weeks, for months, for years. You cannot move 1 inch. Your attitude, bad attitude is like a flat tire in a Lamborghini. Until it is repaired, that Lamborghini will never move. Until you sort out your attitude, the stardom will not manifest. That's why there are some people who have even gone up, they haven't rise to stardom with the wrong attitude and they fall back. Go and read players, footballers, excellently talented footballers, but they are full of bad attitude. They abuse the referee, they abuse the coach, they abuse fellow teammates, and then they keep you on the bench. You stop playing. Yes, you are talented, you can score, but nobody wants a good player with a bad attitude. Or same for musicians, talented to sing. They can perform, they can do wonders on stage with the mic, but they have terrible attitude in the community. They smoke and get drunk and they rape and they do stuff. Their life gets messed up. Bad attitude. Talent is not enough. And meanwhile, there are people that are not as talented as some of us, some of you, some people, but they have excellent attitude. You see them rising. You see them going to the front. You see them doing things you cannot do, even though you're more talented than them. When it comes to talent, I always say, when it comes to talent and natural wisdom, some people are so naturally gifted with knowledge and sense. I am not a naturally talented person. I know that. I am not a naturally intelligent person. I was last consistently in primary school. I've never passed normal exams in secondary. Like in Cameroon system, for you to pass an exams, you must have 10 average and above in your annual average. My highest average was 8.24. Was it 8.25? Yes. I never forget that average because that's my highest. And I celebrating failure. So from where I come from, I know I need to work extra hard to get certain things. If my friends are reading for 2 hours, I need to read for 4 hours. That was the only way I could compete. So there was no need of bragging. I by force, maybe my low intelligence or whatever forced me to be humble and have a good attitude. Right? So it is the right attitude, the right hard work and sacrifice that is paying off for me. And so also, like, when you know who you are, you start putting the right actions in the right place. You cannot go and sleep with guys on TV for 8 hours and they wake up and go pass exams and they're trying to compete with them. Go and sleep now, you'll be the last in class. Right? Some of us we just need to perfect our attitude. In communities like this, like PPA, in your house, in your quarter, in your church, in your workplace, just change your attitude a bit as you see changes happening around you. Dominion in this age and time entails people joyfully and willingly submitting to your leadership and by default, the leadership of the kingdom. Yes. And people like to submit to people who have the right attitude. No matter how much wisdom I have to share with you guys, if I'm treating you guys badly, nobody will stay, even if it's free. You don't like to be in the PPA, it's free. None of you will stay. That's a fact. If I don't respect all of you, I don't acknowledge all of you individually, I don't just honor you, I don't greet you, I don't respect the way I talk to you guys, you will not stay, no matter, even like it's so full. If like PPA is 1,000 a year to be part of it, you will not stay, you will leave. Because every man, every woman has dignity, has self-respect. That's a fact. The wrong attitude can frustrate every other effort in this quest. Deactivate every other arrow of your star to darken your entire shine. Hear this again. The wrong attitude can frustrate every other effort in this quest. The wrong attitude can frustrate your spirituality. The wrong attitude can frustrate your vision. The wrong attitude can frustrate your sacrifice. The wrong attitude can frustrate your hard work. The wrong attitude can frustrate anything that you're doing. The wrong attitude can deactivate all the 4 arrows of your star and darken your ability to shine. It can. So it's time for attitude check and keep growing in it. Even me today, I keep growing in my attitude. Because as long as we have emotions, sometimes some things happen and you want to react somehow. You get to chill and say, hey, relax, calm down, my friend. Don't show the other side of yourself now. Right? Yes, it's something that we keep growing in it. I keep bringing attitude. I keep bringing attitude. Keep learning to manage it, to work on it, to perfect it. It's a continuous process. So Reverend Tunde Steve is sharing 5 guides to prayerfully develop a godly attitude. 5 ways to prayerfully develop a godly attitude. Number 1, develop self-denial for the greater good. Develop self-denial for the greater good. The attitude of self-denial is the first attribute of a believer who seeks the growth and the well-being of the kingdom. There are some things you deny yourself so that you can serve others for the greater good of a mission, a community, of a purpose. Like, for example, something happens and somebody shouts at you disrespectfully, and sometimes instead of you to gain your respect back or to gain your pride back, you just let it be. You don't shout back. You just say sorry. It's okay. Sorry. That's self-denial. Trust me, because you're going to feel bad. But why did I? Later, I'm going to feel bad, but I felt disrespected. But you can just deny yourself that. Okay, lose the respect and just let peace reign and just keep calm your attitude. Right? Number 2, develop others to replace you so you can be promoted. So much bitterness comes from competition in the midst of stagnation. Making yourself irreplaceable is an impediment to your promotion. It will eventually make you bitter. Yes. So develop others to replace you, right? And this happens a lot when you know your purpose. You know who you are. You know what you're called to do. I will have no reason not to teach, not to share what I know, especially to my mentees and to those to clients and to you guys in PPA who believe and respect in what I can teach. Now I keep telling you guys, there's no day I will hold an open door and be a gatekeeper that closes gates so that people shall succeed better than me. That day will never come. Because of course I know my purpose is to raise people who are better than me, who are more impactful than me. I have the knowledge, I have the grace to do that, but I'm not to become that. It's very clear. I know that it's so clear. So I'm okay to do this. I'm okay to spend days spending 4 a.m. every day, 3 a.m. sometimes with different people to do this, happily doing it. I don't charge you, oh, please, before morning class, pay a seat of 1,000, 10,000 if I come and teach you. Right? I don't charge, oh, everybody must pay 10,000 francs so that the man of God can buy data to teach. Right? That is not done because I need to, it's good to develop other people to replace, as I keep telling you guys, if I am still popular than you and more successful than you, then you're not living to your full potential. You're supposed to be wealthier than me. You're supposed to be more influential than me. You're supposed to travel more countries than me. You're supposed to have more cars, more houses than me, more companies than me, supposed to have everything more than me. Everything. That's a fact. So there's no competition. I'm not competing with anybody. I'm okay pushing everybody to rise to the top. Rise to the top. Okay? So develop others to replace you. And when you have that, automatically you learn to be humble. There's no day I'll be proud again. There's no day I'll be proud again, right? Because there's no need. I know it. Okay. And number 3 is not very friendly, but it's good. Accept mistreatment. Accept mistreatment. You cannot move forward if you react to everything that people throw at you. Mistreatment builds your leadership muscles. God will not entrust power in your hands until you are capable to overlook offense, right? Yes, there are sometimes people are going to speak against you, accept it. Sometimes you don't bother to, you don't need to defend yourself. Like someone will come and tell me what people are saying about me. I say, whatever you heard is right. Right? I say, whatever you heard is right. Simple. Accept mistreatment, accept gossips, accept whatever. It's not every time you have to overreact because somebody disrespected you or somebody is owing you money, somebody doing that. Sometimes just let it be. It's going to help you grow. You're going to outgrow that and become better. Okay? Imitate Christ. Number 4, imitate Christ. In our opening scripture, we see how God elevated Jesus Christ to the zenith of all powers in heaven, earth, and beneath the earth because of the right of attitude. What can you learn from Christ? There are a lot of leadership lessons you can learn from studying the life of Jesus Christ. Imitate him. Know when to talk and when not to talk. Know when to be quiet. Know your purpose. Know where you stand. Know how to respond to people in a humble way. Number 5, the last point, take the attitude of a student. See everything as a learning process. Every inventor has a series of failures in their success journey. Turn failure to a learning process. Turn failure to a learning process. All right, people, and that is it for the last arrow that completes the star. So the commitment, the challenge I'm giving to you is that from today and for the rest of your life, let it be part of your DNA, let it be part of your thinking, let it be part of your personality that you have a star. It is God's responsibility to create you a star and release a star for your destiny. But it is your responsibility to act in a way to have a pattern of living that activates all the 5 stars, 5 arrows that makes up your star. That way, you're going to shine so bright that nobody can resist you. Nobody can ignore you. Nobody can avoid you. Somebody, whether they hate you or they like you, they will always feel the shining of your star. Brenda, you're asking, is that possible? What is possible? What's the question about? What is possible?
So I was just lamenting if it's possible, like you said, we are supposed to be more than you, be fresh and all the like.
Yes, very possible. Very, very possible. You can use your agriculture, dominate there. So big. Right? Very, very possible. All right, people. Time is cutting us short, so we end today's session. If there are any questions, keep it for another, just keep it somewhere. We'll see how to handle it someday. I need to catch up. We need to work on some documents before it's time to leave for church. All right, people, have a great time. Have a great Sunday ahead. Relax if you can, spend time with family if you can, and I'll announce when we're going to have our special time for prayers. And just pray, think about your career, reflect about your business, reflect about the areas where you want God to intervene. And when I announce that, you're not guessing. Don't assume prayers, okay? Don't just come like that. Come with some preparations, come with some expectations, and it will greatly help.